Tell me something about yourself, Darcy.
I'm seeing different colours with different notes. It's all changing.
The guy basically confirmed the diagnosis.
What have you been thinking about?
People. Turns out I haven't loved that many.
Jennifer Ward-Lealand, lovely to see you again. Been a little while.
It has. I think we talked to Marlene Dietrich last time.
And you've just taken that to Australia, haven't
I
you?
have. I did a 2-week tour of New South Wales and Victoria, which was fabulous.
So I've got you in today because we're only talking about Vermilion, which is your film. Looks extraordinary from what I've seen and beautifully shot. What's been your general experience of making this film?
I think I'm spoilt now for filmmaking. It was such a wonderful experience. So, well, firstly, it was helmed, written and directed by Daughter Sheffman, and she's had this idea in the pipeline for quite a long time, and I think it's a big thrill for all of us, and her in particular, to get it made at last. And also about a 97% female crew with the DOP of Maria Inés Manchego, and it really was a completely different experience in that, well, normally when you make a film, you work intensely for 5, 6, 7, whatever, how many weeks it takes, and you sort of fall out the other end. You know, like, what just happened? What do we make? With this, we shot for a week, and there was a week of rehearsals for the next stuff, and for the art director of that particular segment to prepare all of that prep stuff, and then we shot again, and another week to rehearse. So a completely different model. And although we had a few little changes in perhaps in our camera assists, everyone else was the same crew, a consistent crew right from the beginning.
So you're right, that is quite an unusual...
It is. It's very female friendly. It's, you know, you have a life, you can see your family and see your children, and I was shooting mostly in Ward-Lealand, you know, so I actually walked to and from set, which was pretty amazing.
Without giving too much of the plot away, what's your sense of what this film, what can you say about what this film's about?
Well, it's a film set in contemporary Auckland amongst a group of women friends, all over 45, and the nature of women's friendship and what happens when, within that friendship, when something happens to one of them. So, yeah, you see, I'm being slightly cagey, but yeah.
No, that's okay. Yeah.
And of course, I was working with a lot of people that I'd worked with before. One of our students from the Actors Program played my daughter, Teresa Healy, Letty Chadwick, who are old friends and theatre colleagues, and Fasitua and Peter, again, old colleagues.
Peter Feeney, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So really, it was a very, very lovely cast. There was no sense of having to get to know anybody.
It's interesting that you mentioned that the cast being 45 plus, because we don't get a lot of films with older women in them.
They're so rare. And, you know, I get people going, oh, but, you know, isn't it amazing there's older women, Judi Dench and Helen Mirren and Julie Walters, etc. But, you know, a small group of older women working is you know, it's not the norm. It really isn't the norm. If you look at any kind of gender studies for people in the business, in our business, there are fewer women working at an older age than men. It's just very, very clear.
We could probably, all of us, easily come up with an answer as to why that is, but why do you think that is?
I think it's a societal pressure of not wanting to see older women on the screen. I think the whole thing is about new and young, and, you know, but then of course, you know, you get younger women under the same pressures. For every young, blonde and attractive woman, nearly all the scenes are to do with sex and nudity. However, I think it's, yeah, there's you know, shunning of seeing. It's the same way that older news readers who are women are pushed to the side while older men stay there.
Well, Jennifer, I'm looking forward to the film.
Thank you.
Because it looks amazing.
Thank you.
Great to see you again.
Thank you very much, Andrew.